Welcome back to this Dial C special, the big interview. In conversation with me is Indian Test batsman Cheteshwar Pujara. Right, Cheteshwar, we've spoken about your wonderful journey with Indian cricket, which is all set to blossom even further. In South Africa, quickly, if you could just take us through those matches where you did well, you spent a lot of time, missed out on the scores. Did you feel disappointed, or in the dressing room they did tell you that whatever you've done a good job about it?
Yeah, I was disappointed, but Gary Kirsten came to me and told me that the little partnership with VVS Lakshman was really good because you spent some time with him, and then he got set and he went on to score runs with Harbhajan Singh, and I think Ishant was also there, I don't remember, but yeah. So it was helpful for the team, and even I was doing my job in the fielding. So that was the most I think most cherishing part of it, because my feeling was also appreciated.
Right, of course in India, in the first few matches when Lakshman had gone off the field as a substitute at short leg, you took 2 good catches as well.
Yeah, that's correct.
Which means
and
you enjoy
that was before my debut.
Right,
so
before your debut.
It was really good that even if you are not playing in the 11, you have contributed something.
You're contributing, yeah, absolutely. Describe yourself as a batsman firstly, and where are you most comfortable batting in the test format?
Well, I'm very flexible, and nowadays you got to be flexible. It depends on what the team is required and what the team's requirement is. I think I can bat at any number.
Okay, the description that I've read about you is Cheteshwar Pujara is a batsman in the classical mold, technically very sound. He loves to play within the V, and more importantly, he's very strong in his head, and he is very matured and responsible, shows a great deal of focus and concentration. You can correct me if I've not got it right.
That is correct.
Right. This is what I read. Okay, finally, if there's one place you feel that you need to show some kind of improvement in your batting, where do you think it is?
There are many aspects of my batting which I would like to improve. Probably playing on the rise. I mean, there are many small things which I'm working on. Not at the moment because of the injury, I can't. But I have something in my mind which I want to improve.
Like, who are the batsmen you admire the most today?
From Indian cricket team, I would say Sachin Tendulkar, Rahul Dravid, and Sourav Ganguly.
Wow, 3 gentlemen who are actually legends in the game, and have really contributed to Indian cricket. Is any one of them your role model?
Not really. I mean, I don't try and follow one particular person, but I try and learn from each and every cricketer. I think there is something to learn from each and every person, whether he's a cricketer or he's a normal person, but I'm trying to learn something from someone.
Great. Some bowlers you'd like to face, you would love to have faced in your life?
Glenn McGrath and
Why is that?
Vaughan.
Because he bowls in that corridor of uncertainty?
Yeah, and I think I've heard from many cricketers that he's the toughest bowler to face.
Right. Sachin Tendulkar would have also told you that, because he's faced a lot of McGrath over a period of time, and they've had their share of duels as well in the center of the pitch. Right, quickly, when do you feel sad?
When I got out.
Early or after 100?
Early.
Right, and when you feel happy?
After 100.
I thought you'd say after 300. Okay, and how many hours do you practice in a day, and how do you practice?
Probably around 4 to 5 hours. I bat for an hour or so. I do my fitness, I do my fielding. So it's 4 to 5 hours in a day.
Are you aware of the competition right now in Indian cricket? How do you view it? Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, then all of a sudden you get to see Suresh Raina scoring really well, and few other names coming up, Murali Vijay, Abhinav Mukund. What's it like?
I think it has to be there because it's good for the Indian cricket, because if there is no competition, then you're not going to improve yourself. Sometimes you're stagnant, you don't think much. So I think it's good for Indian cricket.
Right, and of course, how do you relax at the end of the day? How do you unwind?
I like to go out with my friends. Sometimes I watch movies, I listen to the music, I read books.
Had you not been a cricketer, what would you have been then?
Probably a businessman.
You are looking forward to Australia?
Yes, I am.
And whatever role given to you as a batsman, you're ready to take up all of that?
Yes. I am flexible. I can bat at any number.
Keeping in mind there's so much of competition at this point in time, you're eager to carve your own niche now in this test squad and put yourself as a permanent member?
Yes, I would like to.
And you don't believe that you're a test specialist, you can contribute equally in the shorter versions of the game as well?
Yes, that's for sure.
Right, Cheteshwar, quickly, some questions asked by our fans on Facebook. This is Saurabh Syal from Punjab. He asked you, who's the most encouraging teammate in the national squad and how do they motivate you?
Difficult to say one, because all the players are really supportive, and I think especially seniors, they always look at the youngsters and they always advise advise the person, because they know that they've gone through this phase and they know that a youngster will be a nervous guy. So they are really helpful.
Right. This is an interesting question. Satpal Singh from Jamshedpur says, do you think with the competition for the middle order being very tough, you could try for the opening slot as the third opener is still not certain? That's a good question.
Not really, because you've got your own strengths and weaknesses. So even if there is some competition, it's good, as I said earlier, it's good for the Indian cricket, and you improve yourself and you become a better cricketer.
Right, that's wonderful. Sridhar on Facebook asks, how did you enter the field of cricket and who were the players that inspired you when you began?
Well, when I started playing cricket, I was fond of this game. I loved this game. But I grown up watching Rahul Dravid, Sachin Tendulkar and Sourav Ganguly, and they are still my favorite cricketers.
Today you're playing alongside them. Wow.
Yeah,
you're living a dream, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Right. Now, if you have to say anything to a young boy wanting to play cricket for the country, what will be your advice? Surat from Noida says.
I think work hard in the right way.
Work hard in the right way. And finally, one last question. What kind of a preparation do you do to adjust to different conditions on pitches? Do you follow any particular training regime?
I do follow a training regime, and regarding the preparation, I think we, whenever it's possible, we try and have a look at the videos of that particular condition, and we try and go earlier to that condition to have some practice.
Right. It's so wonderful that you talk about preparation and the manner in which you go about doing things. Just shows on the cricket field as well. The conduct and the manner in which you perform is just simply superb. Right, Cheteshwar, we've had a wonderful chat, and I only hope that you recuperate as early as possible, you recover quickly, and you are fit for selection for the Australia tour, and then you get a chance to be part of the squad and do really well for yourself. You've scored tons of runs in domestic cricket. Now it's time to replicate it for India in whites as well as the blue flannels as well. It's been great talking to you. All the very best in the coming years. Do very well for yourself. Thanks so much for talking to Neo Cricket.
Thank you.